The conflict between Somalia and Somaliland remains the most complex disputes or political disputes in Africa. The territory once known as Somaliland was divided during the colonial rule, with the British controlling the north while Italy controlled the south. But both territories gained independence in 1960 and then voluntarily decided to unite to form what they call Somali Republic. Northern Somalis that occupy today's Somaliland felt politically and economically marginalized by the southern-dominated government in Mogadishu. In 1961, there was even a failed coup attempt in the north. Tensions deepened further in 1969 when the military leader Siad Barre seized the power. In the 1980s, Somali national movement, largely drawn from the Isaac clan in the north, launched an insurgency against President Barre's regime. The government responded with brutal force. Agesa and Burao were heavily bombarded. Tens of thousands of civilians were killed. Mass graves were later discovered. Many observers describe the campaign as the Isaac genocide. When the Barre regime collapsed in 1991 and Somalia descended into prolonged civil war, leaders in the north made a decisive move. On May 18, 1991, Somaliland declared independence. While southern Somalia struggled with warlords, extremist groups, and instability, Somaliland gradually built its own institutions, holding elections, forming security forces, and maintaining relative peace. Yet, internationally, it remains unrecognized. The African Union and the United Nations continue to recognize Somalia's territorial integrity and ignores Somaliland. In recent years, tensions have sharply escalated. In 2024, Somaliland signed an MOU with Ethiopia, granting Ethiopia access to lease part of its coastline for a naval base and commercial port, reportedly in exchange for possible recognition in the future. Somalia condemned the move as an act of aggression and a violation of its sovereignty. The deal raised fears of a broader regional confrontation in the Horn of Africa. In a diplomatic, dramatic move, Israel has become the first UN member state to formally recognize Somaliland's sovereignty in 2025. Mogadishu did not like this. Meanwhile, Somalia has strengthened its ties with Egypt, which deployed troops to Mogadishu in 2024, adding another layer of geopolitical rivalry in the Red Sea corridor. Somaliland demands full independence, while Somalia insists its unity is non-negotiable. The African Union remains cautious. Many African states fear that recognizing Somaliland could inspire other separatist movements across the continent. As regional powers position themselves and the African Union weighs in its options, the future of the Horn of Africa hangs in delicate balance. For VUTV Online and BTV on StarTimes, my name is Richard Oyel.